We go to question 2. Factorize following polynomials. The first sub question, x square minus x the whole square minus 8 into x square minus x plus 12. Now here in this question you will see that x square minus x is repeated twice. So what we do is, in place of x square minus x, we consider any other variable other than x. So we see which is the variable which is used in the question, and we consider the common polynomial which is present there as any other variable other than the one which is used there. So here the variable which is used is x. The variable which is used is x. So this one will be considered as, let me take it as a. So now we are considering x square minus x as a. So I write, let x square minus x is equal to a. Therefore, x square minus x the whole square minus 8 into x square minus x plus 12 is equal to, now wherever we have x square minus x, we write a. So this becomes a square minus 8a plus 12. Now when you look at this, it is a trinomial just like question 1, where the first term is a square term, the last term is a constant, and the middle term is the term with to the power 1. So to factorize this further, what can we do? We can find the sum and product in this trinomial. So we write here sum and product. We write this so that we find out which numbers have we to find for sum and product. Now sum is the coefficient of the variable to the power 1, that is minus 8. So I write it here, sum is minus 8. What is the product? It is the product of the coefficient of the square term into the constant term. Now here you will see the coefficient is 1, the constant is 12. So here we have 1 into 12, which is 12. So now you will see that the sum is minus 8, product is 12. So we have to think of two numbers whose sum is minus 8 and product is 12. Now since the product is positive, we know that both the numbers should be negative or both the numbers should be positive. Now look at the sign of the sum, it is minus. So that means it should be that both the numbers which we consider should be negative. Now let us think of the two numbers, that the product should be 12. Now when I think of the product 12, I can have 3 and 4. And just now we said both the numbers should be minus. Now if I have minus 3 and minus 4, will it become minus 8? No, it cannot become. Okay, so let me take one more pair of numbers whose product is 12. So let me take 6 and 2. Both have to be minus. So say suppose this is minus 6 and here we have minus 2. Now minus 6 and minus 2, will it become minus 8? Yes, it will become. And minus 6 into minus 2 is plus 12. So now we can split minus 8a into minus 6a and minus 2a. And when we split, first what we do, the first term and third term are written as it is. So a square is first written as it is, plus 12 is written as it is, and then minus 8a is split into minus 6a minus 2a. Now we take these first two terms and see what is common in both of them. We see a is common, so we take a common out. So what happens? A goes in a square, a times a into a is a square. A goes in 6a, minus 6 times. Minus 6 into a is minus 6a. Now in minus 2a plus 12, what is common? We take minus 2 common out. I told you we take minus common out so that the first term will not have a minus, because we want plus a inside the bracket. So now if I write a here, minus 2 into a is minus 2a. So this is right. Then here I have 12. So minus 2 goes in plus 12 minus 6 times. So how is this minus 6? I have to put minus 6 because minus 6 into minus 2 will become plus 12. Minus into minus is plus, 6 into 2 is 12. Now we have two terms here, a into a minus 6 and minus 2 into a minus 6. In both these terms we see a minus 6 common. So we take a minus 6 common out. What is left outside the bracket? A minus 2. So we write it in the next bracket. A minus 2. So we have found out what are the factors of this trinomial, that is a square minus 8a plus 12, right? But we have to factorize this, where in place of x square minus x, we have written a. Okay, so now we resubstitute. That means in place of a, now we put back x square minus a. So now resubstituting, in place of a we are putting x square minus x. So we write a as x square minus x. Therefore a minus 6, that is we are writing this, a minus 6 into a minus 2 will be equal to, now in place of a I will write x square minus x. So this becomes x square minus x, then we have minus 6, and again in place of a, x square minus x minus 2. Now again we have got two trinomials. Let us see whether we can factorize these trinomials further. Now in this first bracket or first trinomial, we see, again we'll write the sum and product. I'll just write S and P so I can do both side by side. Okay, what is the sum here? The coefficient of the x term, that is minus 1. What is the product here? Minus 6. Okay, so if the product is minus, it is clear that one of the number is positive and one is negative. Let us consider the two factors as 3 and 2. One should be negative, one should be positive. Now let us look at the sum. The sum is minus, that means the bigger number should be minus. So say suppose I put minus 3 and this is plus 2. Minus 3 into 2 is minus 6. At the same time, minus 3 plus 2 will be minus 1. So I can take that the factors are minus 3 and 2 to simplify this trinomial. So how do I write it? I put a square bracket here. Okay, and in the square bracket, I write the first term as it is, last term as it is. Okay, now minus x becomes minus 3x plus 2x. So I write here minus 3x plus 2x. Same thing I have to do for this. Okay, again I write here sum and product. What is the sum? Coefficient of the x term, which is minus 1. What is the product? The Product is the product of the square term and minus 2. That is 1 into minus 2. 1 into minus 2, which is minus 2. Here also, although I have written minus 6 directly, it is 1 into minus 6. Right? 1 into minus 6, which is minus 6. So the product here is 1 into minus 6, which is minus 6. Okay, so still it was correct. Now here we go to this. The product is minus, so one should be positive, the other should be negative. Okay, so let us take the numbers as 2 and 1. Say suppose the numbers are 2 and 1, the sum should be minus. So the bigger numbers should be minus, the smaller number should be plus. Minus 2 plus 1 will become minus 1. Minus 2 into 1 will be minus 2. So when I write this trinomial, what happens? This first term is as it is. Last term, that is minus 2, is as it is. And this minus 2 and 1 will become now minus 2x and plus 1x. Now I have to take the first two terms together. In both of them, x is common. Okay, so we'll put the square bracket outside. In both this, x is common. So x goes in x square, x times. X goes in minus 3x minus 3 times. Now these two, in these two we see 2 is common. So plus 2, 2 goes in 2x, x times. 2 goes in minus 6 minus 3 times. Okay, now we take the next bracket. In x square minus 2x, x is common, so that is come out. X goes in x square, x times. X goes in minus 2x minus 2 times. Now in plus 1x minus 2, nothing is common, so I just write 1 out. So what will remain inside the bracket? X minus 2. So this becomes now, in this full square bracket, what do we see? X minus 3 is common, so I write x minus 3 out. What is outside the bracket? X plus 2, right? And here, what is common in these two terms? We see x minus 2 is repeated, so I write x minus 2. What is outside the bracket? X plus 1, right? So we are seeing that all these are multiplying with each other. If they are in brackets, they mean they are multiplying with each other. So I can now write the final answer like this without the square bracket. So without the square brackets, if I wait to write the answer, I get x minus 3, then x plus 2, okay, then x minus 2, okay, then x plus 1. So here we have now 4 factors of the polynomial which is given to us. That is, the polynomial which was given to us was x square minus x the whole square minus 8 into x square minus x plus 12. So the 4 factors, factorizing means getting the factors of them, are x minus 3, x plus 2, x minus 2 and x plus 1. Now when you do the sum, there may be a change in the arrangement of the terms. Maybe x minus 2 is earlier, x minus 3 is last, anything. But all the factors should be present. Then we say that the sum is complete and correct. The order in which the factors are present is not important. Only that all the factors with the correct terms which are inside the bracket should be present.